Hello everyone. Today we are going to be going over the options portion of the BlackBox stocks software. Here you can see we have a very simple layout. A charting feature, the top calls for the day, the top puts, top bullish flow, and the top bearish flow. Here you have a live stream of current market data. You also have access to a heat map, an open interest tab, a volume tab, an alerts tab, an active flow tab, and a historical data tab. On the far right, you have access to live alerts, a pre-market scan, a post-market scan, a market scan, a volume ratio tab, a news tab, the main chatting, and a direct feed to stock tweets. These are just some of the features that the BlackBox stock software offers you as a trader. The BlackBox stocks chart is customizable in the same way many of the charts that you are familiar with can be customized. Clicking on the pencil icon brings up the selection tool. Here, you can select a number of the different tools to place on your chart. You can zoom in on your chart to make drawing easier. To the left of the pencil icon, we have the Study section. Clicking on this will open up a window that will have many of the same studies of which you are familiar with. Examples being standard deviation, stochastics, and Ichimoku clouds. The Display tab allows you to modify the display to appear with either a candle, a bar, or any other option. You can save your views for easy access later on. To the left of that, you can also select the time frame of which you would like to see the chart. A 1 week time frame, a 1 day time frame, as well as a 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, and so on. Clicking on the Expand tab fills the screen with your chart and the alert stream. In tan, we have the after hours session. In light blue, we have the pre-market session. This allows you to identify easily what is happening during these time frames. Using the alert stream, you can continue to view either your specific ticker that you type in or the market as a whole. Below the chart, in the lower portion of the screen, you can see a histogram of all of the top calls, top puts, top bullish flow, and top bearish flow. Clicking on top calls will show you what specific symbol has the top call value for the day. Clicking on top puts shows you what specific symbol has the top amount of puts for the day. Clicking on bullish flow shows you what specific symbol has the most bullish flow for the day. And clicking on bearish flow shows you what specific symbol has the most bearish flow for the day. Moving to the center of the platform, we can see the heat map, the OI tab, the volume tab, the alerts tab, the active current flow tab, and the historical tab. Let's begin with the heat map. The heat map is a graphic representation of the options flow on this Options Alert tab. The heat map shows the frequency of flow centered around the contract strike price. Nearest strike price is coded in yellow. The calls are on the left and the puts are on the right. The C0 and P0 columns include all contracts expiring in the current week. The P1 and C1 columns include all contracts expiring the following week. And the C2 and P2 columns include all contracts expiring in 2 weeks or more. The red text is showing a majority of the contracts have been traded on the bid. The blue text, a majority of the contracts have been traded in the middle of the spread. The blue text, a majority of the contracts have been traded on the ask. The black text, a majority of the contracts have been traded in the middle of the spread. The green shading indicates bullish flow, or calls traded on the ask and puts traded on the bid. The red shading indicates bearish flow, calls traded on the bid and puts traded on the ask. Moving on to the OI tab, Open Interest. The Open Interest tab will display the top 100 calls and puts sorted by the largest increase or decrease in open interest. You can use the filter key here to see the top calls, the bottom calls, the top puts, and the bottom puts. Let's move on to the Volume tab. The Volume tab displays the top 100 symbols sorted by their total options volume for the day relative to their average volume, based on a 10-day EMA. They are organized and identified by the symbol, the total options volume, the total call volume, the total put volume, the put-to-call ratio, the average volume, the ratio of total volume to average volume, the call open interest as of market open, the put open interest as of market open, the DCOI and DPOI are the change in the call open interest or the put open interest from the previous day. Let's move on to the Alerts tab. The Alert tab will show you any alerts triggered by the BlackBox system, which correlates with a roulette bullish, a large bullish alert, a steady bullish alert, or a swift bullish alert, and bear alerts as well to contrast. Here you will be able to see the symbol, the time the alert was fired, the expiration of the contract, the strike of that contract, whether it was a call or a put, the details on what kind of alert, the alert price, the high, the last, and the percent gain. Let's move on to the Flow tab. The Flow tab here is current active flow for the market. First, let's identify what a block and a sweep is. A block indicates a large block order that has been executed at one exchange. A sweep is a single order that is filled across multiple exchanges. A block typically means someone is willing to wait to have this filled. A sweep is somebody wanting into a specific contract quickly. You have whites, magenta, and yellows. The white alert just indicates a large block or sweep trade. Typically, these are just considered normal flow. A yellow alert indicates that open interest has been exceeded in one of those single trades. A magenta alert indicates multiple block or sweep trades have exceeded the day's open interest. Let's move to the Historical tab. The Historical tab allows you to search historical options activity to see the first 100 sweep and block trades. You can set a date range to view whichever options you would like to see for a specific ticker or a specific day down here. You can filter these results by going to the Filter tab. You can filter through if you want puts, calls, a yellow alert, a white alert, a magenta alert, a multi-leg, at or above the ask, below the bid, at or above the ask, at or below the bid. Now let's take a look at the far right. Taking a look at the far right shows the alert stream. The alert stream can be customized specifically to either the ticker you are researching or to the market as a whole. When using it to look at the entire market, the alerts are organized by the time they were triggered, the symbol, the specific message to go along with that alert, and the price at which the alert was fired. Moving on to the pre-market scan. The pre-market scan looks at the market before the bell and organizes these tickers by which symbol has the greatest amount in percentage change here. Utilizing this will allow you to keep an eye on the most active stocks as the market begins. Let's move to the post-market scan. The post-market scan will scan the market after the bell closes to identify which symbols are most active after the market closes, thus allowing you to assemble a game plan for the next day. Here, we have the market scan. This scans the current market and organizes the symbols by the greatest percentage change for the day, as seen here. Here, we have the Volume Ratio tab. The Volume Ratio tab organizes the symbols on the ratio of total volume to average volume, greatest to least. Here, we have a direct news feed. With the BlackBox software, you have a direct news feed to many news sources, some of which include Benzinga and the Fly on the Wall. Next, we have the main chat. Here you can see we have the main Bullish Bears chat going, where traders will spend their time talking about possible positions and current events in the market. Last but not least, we have the Stock Tweets tab. The Stock Tweets tab links directly to whatever specific symbol you want it to. If you are to type in SPY, then any tweet that has SPY as a feature will appear. Typing in a new symbol, such as AMD, will show any stock tweet that has AMD as a feature. It is with my hope that you are able to grow your knowledge of the market and thus growing yourself as a trader. Using the BlackBox software, you will be given an insight into the market that many do not have. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us at bullishbears.com or feel free to send us an email. As always, this has been Creedmoor with the Bullish Bears, and remember, your trades are in the history.